For more on the president's speech, we're joined on the line by the Bishop of the Roman Catholic Diocese of Sokoto, Bishop Matthew Hassan Kukah. Good morning, sir, and a warm welcome to our program this morning.
Bishop Matthew Kukah, thank you for joining us this morning. I hope happy 65th Independence Anniversary is apt to say. Bishop Kukah?
Well, good morning from Sokoto. I'm happy. Hello, yes. Can you hear me?
Absolutely. Loud and clear.
Hello?
Loud and clear.
All right. So happy independence. Happy independence. I imagine that might be the only thing I might have to say because the network here is horrible.
Can you quickly reflect on the president's speech? Let's take a bite on the president's speech.
But, go ahead,
Yeah, could you quickly reflect on the president's speech, the one he just read now, the president's independence speech?
I'm very sorry, I didn't listen to the president's speech because I just came out of church.
Okay, he spoke on insecurity and he said that the threat is now over. What do you have to say? What do you make of that statement?
Well, I don't know. But I'm not sure if the president simply said the threat is now over. I don't think anybody can say the threat is now over. We have entered a lull. Let me put it. That's about the best thing I can say. And a measurable progress has been made in terms of there is a substantial sense of lull, but not that this insecurity is over.
Yeah, he said specifically that peace has returned to those troubled regions.
Well, look, only yesterday, and for the better part of 1 week, a young Fulani boy from around my community, who is still being held, he said he had to climb a tree to call me. And we spoke 2 days ago. So look, let's just appreciate the fact that we are in a fairly better place, but there's still a lot of work to be done in the area of insecurity. And I think that one single conversation of this nature will not be able to place in proper context. And my view is that what we are calling insecurity is actually a symptom, it's not a disease. And it's evidence of a rot that crept into this country over a pretty long period of time. It is not really easy for us to think about what kind of a roadmap can we create for the future. But we know that what we are facing is not unconnected with a lot of unanswered questions and a lot of heavy lifting that we still need to do to put our country where it ought to be. I don't think we have probably seriously understood the context of what we call banditry and the whole word of insecurity that we continue to use. Because what we call insecurity is many narratives put together. And it's not just about guns and bullets, because we've militarized the conversation to the point that we just think about insecurity as the return to the quietness of the shooting. But security is a much more complex phenomenon than that.
Bishop Matthew Kukah, I'm so sorry to interject because we just have 1 minute left. I'd just like your quick comment. The president had said that he chose hard reforms over what would have been economic chaos and bankruptcy, that the reforms we're facing are a lighter burden to face than what would have happened, which was imminent economic chaos and bankruptcy. I'd love to know your take on that little excerpt from the president's speech.
Well, unfortunately, I think you're not being fair to me. I can't speak to a speech I didn't read, but also you're asking me to speak in 1 minute. I can't. The only thing I can say is that, look, let's continue grinding and moving. We're not going to stop to say until there is a perfect situation. Wherever we find ourselves, governance is about mending, it's about fixing, and it's about being on the road. And I think on this day, we should collectively assign ourselves the responsibility. Let's reduce pressure on just looking at government. Let's think about our own personal responsibility. How much of our own collective individual discipline and welfare are we putting together? Governance is not what government does for us. Government can only create opportunities for us to excel in the things we want to do best. So let's all, as individuals, take responsibility. As families, as communities, take responsibility. In my view, there's too much focus on the government, but little attention is being paid to the fact that corruption would not be where it is if Nigerians deliberately took certain responsibilities themselves. So it's a collective effort, and that's all I would like to say, that this is work in progress. We are happy we are still a nation. We are unhappy where we are, but we are happy that we are not where we were yesterday.
Okay, just a quick one. He also talked about the dreams of the founding fathers, that we might not have been at the perfect place in line with the dreams of the founding father, but the government has done a lot in stimulating economic growth, social cohesion, and fiscal development. So looking at this from your own ratings, what do you make of this statements?
Well, the dreams of the founding fathers did not include military coups. The dreams of the founding fathers did not anticipate the quantum of corruption that now faces us. The dreams of our founding fathers did not anticipate, the kind of mess that we've made out of the text that we.
Well,
all right, I think we have lost Bishop
all the military
Matthew Hassan Kukah. On that note, however, our time is also up. We will continue to reflect on Nigeria at 65. Thank you so much for tuning in. That's all we have time for here on Daybreak. On Vimbai Mutiniri Ekbeyong.
And I'm being Ashiru. I'm saying keep the hope alive and happy 65th anniversary. It's goodbye from me.
And I'm Yolanda Robert. Please do keep it here on Arise News. The morning show is next. Goodbye.